Welcome to my channel, Acheno Gola the Lawyer, Karibuni Sana. And today is Reflection Thursday, and we are going to be reflecting on mental health and wellness. Joining me is my newfound friend, a very lovely lady. She's called Fardosa Mustafa, and she's also a lawyer. She'll be telling us more about herself, even as we want to speak generally about what we've learned on mental health and wellness. Karibu sana, my dear.
Asante. I'm very happy to be here.
Yes, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, as you have already introduced me by name, Fardosa Mustafa, and I'm a lawyer. My something that I hold close to my heart is environmental conservation. That is what I am passionate about. And what else can I say about me? I forgot
It's
I
okay.
forgot that part. It's okay. Oh, I love the ocean. I think when I think of my happy place, that's my happy place. So that's just a random fact about me. And I'm from Marsabit County, proudly. And yeah, I'll continue to tell you about myself as well. Continue.
Yes. So even as today we want to talk about mental health, I think this period of COVID has really taught us so much about ensuring your inner peace and sanity, because there's so much going on and you can see families breaking, you know. And even as we want to talk to our viewers, what can we maybe reflect on that COVID has taught us about being mentally well?
My biggest lesson from this pandemic, even as we still continue to survive it, is yielding power and control to God. Let me say God here.
Yes, yes.
And it's just learning to control only the things that you are within your control, and everything else that is outside of your control, you learn to let go of things so that, and you remove that burden from your mind, which is what causes our mental health usually to be, how do I say it, to be affected.
Yeah.
That's what usually affects our mental health, because we worry about so much stuff. We put so much pressure on ourselves, especially as young people, and we are trying to achieve so many big things, and now we feel like maybe this pandemic is holding us back from achieving those things. So I say live literally one day at a time,
Yeah.
so that you ease that burden from your mind and your mental health in general, so that you only think about and focus on the things that you can control. Those things that you can't control, personally, I let them play out, because what else do I do?
Yeah, yeah, there's much you can do, you know.
Yeah.
And actually, even as we're now talking about letting things out of our control not to affect us, sometimes also you can be in a relationship and it's not working out, and you want to kill yourself because it's not working out,
Yeah.
or it's draining you, yet you know you still don't find um, the courage to walk out. Let's talk about also having peace of mind, which is so important in a relationship and out of a relationship.
Peace of mind is generally very important in all aspects of your life, in your family life, in your career life. So there's no reason why you can't have peace of mind in your relationship. It's equally important. And so I just say, when things are not working out, I think in your gut, you always know.
Yeah.
And I feel like we always go maybe to people for advice, so that people can maybe
Validate,
affirm the things
yeah.
you're already feeling. But I think most of the time people already know what they want to do or what they are supposed to do, to reflect and just decide what's good for you and what's not good for you, what's working for you and what's not working for you. So you just keep trying until you know better, and then now you know better. What do? You just do better.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
you just um I think it's being aware.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of things comes to our awareness. So if you're picking up things in a relationship that are maybe irreconcilable, you know, there are some things that just will not work out. So then let it go.
Yeah, let it go. Also, in terms of also a toxic work environment, if it's costing you so much, I mean, is it worth money? Toxic
I
work
don't think it is. There's absolutely nothing that is worth your mental health. I would say this as person who's worked in several places, and there's some places that are not as good as others. And I just say, at all costs, protect your mental health. That thing, that job, that personally, like for me, pupillage, you will find it and you will finish it. And I know
Yeah.
so many people are going to relate to this.
Yeah.
And we just say, pupillage is just 6 months, I will survive. But so much damage could possibly happen in those
Yeah.
6 months, and you don't want to overlook that and ignore it, because it will come back. The thing with mental health is things accumulate. So the longer you
Take to solve
to
it.
solve things and sit on problems and just suppress things, the bigger it's going to be, and it's going to be more difficult to deal with. So I just say, if once again, if it's a work environment that's not working out for you, leave there. Honestly, there's so much better out here, and for anyone that's maybe going through that, a hard relationship, a hard job, hard family members to deal with, friendships, I just say there's hope and there's so much better out there. So don't feel like that's the best you can do. Like, just have that courage to get out, because once you're beyond that, it can only get better.
Yeah, for
You've
sure.
already been through the worst.
Yeah, and actually, I was just thinking on how peace of mind also enables you to be creative and more productive in all
Absolutely,
spheres of your life, because you feel you're weighed down by so much, you can't even be productive in
Can't, yeah.
Yeah, and also I'm just also thinking about now, people who are in that situation, should they like reach out for help to counselors, on especially because me and you have been maybe in our separate journeys,
Yeah.
seeing therapists and counselors. What would be your advice, and what can you see you have gained from therapy?
I would say seek help. There's so many people out here that are willing to help you, and people would rather help you than come to your funeral.
Yeah.
So no one would say, I'd rather come to your funeral, like I can't help you or I won't help you. So just know there's this help out here. Reach out to people, reach out to, like, I personally talk to so many people on my Instagram, because I always post like mental health quotes and just nice quotes, to just positive affirmations and things like that. And some days I just get DMs, people are like, oh, I was having a hard day, but thank you for posting this. I'm like, sometimes, like, I really needed that in the morning when I saw it, so I just think someone out there possibly needs this. So you just share it, and even in that way, you extend your help unknowingly to other people. So even as someone that's going through something, there's always at least one person to help you, and it could even be a stranger. So don't feel like it has to be someone in your inner circle, because now you end up just suffering with so much. And for me, weird thing is I like opening up to strangers. It just gives me this, and maybe that's what I like about therapy. Like, it feels like such a judgment-free zone, because this person doesn't know you, they don't know your background, they don't know anything about you. So it's just like an open level playfield. And so ask for help, reach out to someone, and even you as someone, the more you help people, the more you find people that will also help you. So nikubebana tusaidiane, and we will just hold each other's hands. Someone that will hold your hand.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And even as we want to close this session, maybe we could tell our viewers the most important lessons we have gained in our journeys, about ensuring our wellness and also healing ourselves. Because I remember that time when we were talking about people bleeding on people, if you're not well, you're damaged, then you need someone, you transfer all that negative energy to
that
someone.
person.
Yeah, maybe we could also talk about
So for me, on my healing journey, I have learned, let me see, I can give maybe 2 or 3
Yeah,
lessons,
sure,
because
for
we're
sure.
wrapping up.
Yeah,
And the first thing I have learned is being kind and compassionate to yourself first of all. I found that to be very important, because whenever I'm maybe in a situation or something negative has happened, I tend to go inside and blame myself, forgetting that this is also my first time living this life. So of course I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, I haven't been here before. So it's to extend the kindness and compassion that I would extend to Ateno if she was going through something. I wouldn't say something I can't say to you, to myself. Why would I do that? You know, that negative self-talk. And I feel like everyone is a victim of that because your mind just goes and goes and goes. So you learn to just stop your mind when it's starting to tell you all those stories. Just stop and you extend that kindness and compassion towards yourself. Something you wouldn't tell to your best friend, your brother, your sister, don't say to yourself. That's just the truth, you know. That's the first lesson I've learned. The second lesson I would say is vulnerability. For some reason, our generation has grown up very closed up.
Yeah.
You know, even my friends, we want to be these gangsters who don't have feelings, or we want to hide our feelings. You know, I say make space for your emotions. You know, make space for your feelings, make space for your thoughts, but be vulnerable, you know, or else you don't get to experience life in fullness. You know, there's something my friend tells me, she's like, just imagine life is like, what did she tell me? It's something to do with water, and I love water. You know, she was like, if you just do this with water on your feet, on water, you don't really get that full experience, you know. But when you just immerse yourself completely in water, that is how I would describe vulnerability. You know, it's fully immersing yourself in this world,
opening up yourself to the world, to experience everything.
Yes, absolutely. So I've said being kind and compassionate to yourself, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, and in my healing journey, I think the other thing would be just be very open to learning, keep an open mind, no judgments. You know, I just look at my healing journey as a lesson of everything in my life. You know, every day I'm learning something new. I learn the type of communicator I am. I learn the kind of my personality traits, you know, all these things. And if you're not open to learning, then you cannot heal. Because healing is just learning new things and unlearning things, you know. So you have to be open to all sorts of possibilities, and healings and lessons come from anywhere. You know, it's not at a and they say a lot of healing happens outside the therapy, like 90% of it. You know,
because you have to decide, right?
And in therapy maybe once 1 hour a week, you know, so it's not like you're going to heal in that 1 hour and then the rest of the time you're not. You have to carry those things outside of the room and apply them every day in your life. And for that you have to be open to experiences and be ready to learn. There are lessons everywhere if you just open to them. Open your mind, open your heart, and open your eyes.
Yeah, and for me, I think also the greatest lesson is now deciding to be okay. You know, because I mean, the therapist can do so much. Tell you you're going to be fine, talk to you, but as a person, right, you have to decide I'm in this journey and I have to be okay. Right?
And you are okay. Actually, you are okay. And also, when you're not, it's fine. It's okay to not be okay. Accept both of those situations. You know, it's an inner job. If you're not gonna tell yourself, there's nothing your therapist, your friends, your family, your mom will tell you that will make you feel better. It has to start from
talking to yourself, affirming yourself, loving yourself, you know, forgiving yourself.
Yes, forgive yourself. Especially that one. Guys, that's what I mean about being compassionate and kind. You know, forgive yourself. This is your first time being here, so just take it easy. Take it easy.
Thank you so much, my dear.
Thank
It's
you.
been
It's
fun.
an honor.
Yes, and we'll be talking more about this sometime soon. Yes, and I hope someone gets blessed, someone seeks help, you know, and someone gets well. Okay?
Sending you love, sending you hugs, good vibes, and healing.
Yes, thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.